Ladies and gentlemen, imagine this situation. A head of the state is backing what he calls a Canadian citizen. In fact, that very citizen wasn't granted citizenship for the longest time. But what turns out is that on the day when Hardeep Singh Nijjar was killed, it was the RCMP and the Surrey Police Service fighting over jurisdiction for over 20 minutes. 3 months have passed. Not a single person has been arrested. In any other given situation, perhaps there would have been a proper inquiry, committees would have been set up, and if at all, they would have got a foreign hand in the killing. Perhaps only then an announcement of this nature would have been made on the floor of the parliament. Even when it comes to 26/11 terror attack, India has gone through an elaborate procedure. A dossier was prepared and thereafter given to Pakistan. A mature democracy, a mature country essentially would have done that, and especially if it's led by a mature leader. But ladies and gentlemen, today what we are witnessing is that domestic compulsions and a 2.1% population is holding a head of the state ransom. Joining us on this debate tonight are Sushant Sareen, Professor Madhav Nalapat, Ambassador Ashok Sajjanar, Dr. Joseph Jalil, Terry Mileski and Daniel Boatman and Puneet Sahani. Opening up the debate tonight is Sushant Sareen. Sushant, a Western media outlet puts out an investigative piece. They've gone through the CCTV footage and they say that 20 minutes the police was fighting over the jurisdiction. If the case was so very important for Canada, then they would surely have arrested someone or the other, given the fact that they've been captured at the CCTV. 3 months have passed, they haven't been able to do so. And today, you have the head of the state essentially talking about, perhaps describing Hardeep Singh Nijjar as perhaps a loyal soldier.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy what's happening in Canada right now. Look, here is the thing. The biggest problem is that if there is an investigation ongoing, what prompted the Canadian Prime Minister to come and shoot his mouth off? Why couldn't the investigation be complete? You arrest the people involved, you file cases against them, and you take it to trial like other countries have done. England, for example, has done this. And then you can make a statement if you have actually found any evidence which points to Indian culpability, Indian involvement, or Indian conspiracy behind this entire episode. Then you could have come and made a statement. But here is a Prime Minister who comes and, at the very outset starts and uses the term credible allegations. Now, if that is not something which makes them a laughing stock, what does? And why does he do it? Because apparently, and this we hear from one of these thugs, Khalistani thugs in the Canadian. I don't know. Sometimes I use Pakistan and Canada interchangeably these days. But one of the Canadian parliamentarians who says that, well, this has happened because a newspaper was going to publish a report the next day. Now, newspapers publish report every day, right? They publish reports on the basis of certain information they've got, certain leaks that they've got. They publish those reports. What do law enforcement agencies and security agencies and governments do? Their response is normally that, look, investigations are ongoing and we will not comment on it right now. Let the investigations be completed. But Justin Trudeau decides that he will come and he will shoot his mouth off. That is where this whole fracas starts. Now, if the Canadians have solid evidence and they have such formidable intelligence, then at least somebody should have been arrested. Somebody at least should have been detained. Hell, somebody should have been questioned. Nothing of the sort has been happening. So and on the basis of that, you have shot a bilateral relationship with a country like India. You've shot it completely. So I cannot understand how and why they've done this, but yeah, it is what it is.